Hi guys! So, as you saw in the previous video, I'm gonna be changing things up. As a first-time YouTuber, I'm positive that this type of change is likely to occur again until I found the right balance for myself, and I've devoted more time to other things besides video making, as you can tell based on the gap of time between these two videos. Baking has actually become more of a habit. I've been baking daily, and each day trying something new has made me focus more on change. Change can be such a scary figure that most people try avoiding, but change can also be amazing. And this summer, I definitely got the best of both worlds. With baking this bread, my entire family really loved it, and my brother couldn't stop going back to eat more, which was great, and I love when I bake for other people. This was really good, but I don't think I could make it again just because it was so spur of the moment. I got my driver's license after years of the same, oh, that's not for a long time now kind of mindset, and it was super strange being on the road alone, but after practicing through the summer, it became more normal. I also went to a fun teens event at a church with some friends, and we had a great time. I kept thinking about how summer was going by so fast, and I realized that I wasn't alone in the fear of change. My dog also hates change, and that was really apparent when the suitcases came out. It took me a while to pack all of this because I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to need. The weather is so drastically different from the weather here, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be really cold or not. We decided to take a trip up north and explore some of the beauties of the world has to offer, and I was very excited. Saying goodbye is one of the hardest things that human beings have to adapt to. Even if it's not a permanent goodbye, goodbyes just tend to have a very sad feeling. The sadness fades as time passes by, either moving on or seeing the person again. Traveling around New York definitely brought joy to me. I have to say it is a much different atmosphere from Florida, and I really thoroughly enjoyed the atmosphere here. The weather itself is so different, and I am unashamed to be wearing jackets. For the first 2 nights of our stay, we stayed in a little motel called Rock Ledge. It was absolutely pristine, and I loved the little nature atmosphere that was outside of it. I spent one whole morning doing yoga in the front lawn. This is more downtown Clayton area, and it was also very beautiful. As you may or may not know, I'm a very strong admirer of flowers. No matter where we go, I guarantee you I can find a flower that's edible. Although the place we stayed in was more towards Alexandria Bay, downtown Clayton was where we spent most of our days. We came here to this restaurant and listened to live music and ate really great food. I have to say, being in New York definitely changed my mindset, and I hope that it changed some others' mindset as well. Being vegan is definitely a challenge when it comes to finding places to eat in public. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it was very difficult to search and find a place that even offered one vegan option. Luckily for me, the tour we took around Clayton, Boldt Castle, and many other residences offered a vegan salad that was very good and filled my cravings. I appreciated this boat tour more than I would have any of the other ones because of the close proximity to the people around you. You really have a bonding experience with everyone, including the captain and the speaker, who did an amazing job. He explained so carefully the backstory behind the castle, and if you don't know it, I'll tell it for you. A poor young man named George Boldt fell in love with a woman named Louise. When they got married, George did everything he could to get them by and make enough money. It was extremely difficult for him until late one night when a very wealthy man needed hospitality late one night with his family. George Boldt did not hesitate to invite them in and provide them any necessary hospitality. In return, the unknowing George Boldt received a very strong amount of money. He also gained many strong connections to wealthy people and decided that he wanted to build a castle on on an island in the shape of a heart for his wife Louise. He had specific rooms designed for the children, specific rooms accommodated for his wife Louise, and so many beautiful artifacts everywhere. Tragedy struck in 1904 when Louise Boldt passed away from unknown circumstances but what is believed to be a heart attack. George Boldt was devastated and immediately put the castle on hold. He shut down construction and left the island completely, never wanting to return to it again. George Boldt met his own fate in 1916, and the castle remained untouched, completely abandoned, and weather-tormented for years and years, until around the 1970s, people decided that they wanted to renovate all the graffiti and harm that had been caused to the castle. They followed George's specific instructions of how he wanted the layout to be, and kept everything to date. While exploring the castle, I must say I felt quite a lonesome sadness. To see so much love and passion for one person put into so much work, and then to be ended so abruptly, it really tore at my heart. I have to say though, this was one of the best decisions I ever made. Coming here and exploring and seeing everything that Boldt Castle had to offer was such a great experience, and I highly recommend it for anyone. Every room that had been redone, I was simply in awe of. And I think that you would be too. This entire boat ride was really an incredible experience, but I did something I've never done before, which was going up inside of a lighthouse. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that this is the only remaining lighthouse that you're actually allowed to go up in, and we saw so many things from up there, and the guy who was talking about the backstory of the lighthouse was so passionate about it. You could see it in his face, and it was incredible. It started to storm really badly while we were there though, and we had to run in the pouring rain to the boat, which left us freezing the whole rest of the boat trip. But still didn't manage to break our spirits, and it was still a very, very fun day. We spent the evenings down at the dock watching the sunset, watching the ferries go by, and whatever this is. I felt like I really got to know myself, a side of myself I'd never seen before, a lot better while I was here, simply because I was away from home and I was in a different environment and I had more freedom than before. We have more to come in the next video, so I hope you stick around. Bye!